Welcome to Disability Services at UMass Amherst. This brief presentation will cover three basic questions. Should your student register with Disability Services? How do they register with Disability Services? And what can they expect if they do so? Register with Disability Services. Disability is a broad word with multiple meanings in various settings. Essentially, if your student had an IEP or a 504 plan in school, they identify as a person with a disability, or have a mental health or chronic health condition that affects a major life activity, we encourage them to register with us, as they may be eligible for accommodations. Disability Services is the one place students register confidentially for all campus access needs. The laws regarding privacy and students' rights and responsibilities are very different in higher ed. The process is self-directed. Even if a student disclosed their disability in their admission materials, Disability Services will not know that a student is in need of services until they choose to register with us. Disability Services does not disclose students' disabilities to anyone. We only communicate at the student's direction what their accommodation needs are to relevant instructors or offices. It's the student's choice whether they disclose that information beyond our office. Disability Services will work with your student to define what are reasonable accommodations for them in the context of their university life. They can elect to utilize them or not. Some students decide not to register with Disability Services initially and end up connecting with us following a challenging experience. We highly recommend that students register with us early. Heaven forbid they get into a crisis, we can begin assisting them immediately if they're registered. Also, we cannot implement accommodations retroactively. With Disability Services. First, complete an intake form on the Disability Services website. Next, provide diagnostic documentation of your disability from a licensed professional by scanning those materials to Box and emailing a Box link to notify@umass.edu. If you do not have access to a scanner, there are many free phone apps that have scanning capabilities. We cannot accept pictures of letters. We'll review their documentation and send them a confirmation email at their UMass email address, requesting that they set up an appointment with a consumer manager. Students call or email to set up an appointment with a consumer manager for their initial meeting. What can they expect? They can expect timely attention to their accommodation needs, supportive relationships with staff, an iterative process that allows students to exercise their decision-making skills and make changes as needed, a department committed to making the university experience accessible and welcoming, assistance in addressing unique access challenges, and a community inclusive of people with disabilities. At that first meeting, which will likely take place over Zoom or by phone, accommodation letters will be prepared and sent out electronically to students and in relevant offices. Following that meeting, students will remain in contact with their consumer manager for regular contact. They'll learn self-advocacy skills and have a connection point with a seasoned staff member who can provide support. Consumer managers also provide support to instructors on how to provide accommodations. Students with accommodation needs such as exam proctoring, document conversion, notes, interpreting, captioning will receive updates and follow up with our program staff to make sure that they have what they need in a timely manner. Our staff has had a great deal of experience working remotely with students for years, including our UMass students at Springfield and Mount Ida campuses. So we're well prepared to implement accommodations remotely as long as is needed to keep students and staff healthy and safe. Disability Services has a proud 47-year history as a team of innovative, resilient, and compassionate collaborators. We look forward to working with your students. I encourage you all to check out our website at www.umass.edu/disability. We'll also be debuting a more comprehensive webinar for incoming students and parents on our website shortly. You can also call us at 413-545-0892 to set up a phone or Zoom chat. Thank you, and welcome to UMass.